Okay, so now we're going to look at how you can add in the chat, all of the comment boxes, to your OBS. So on OBS, one of the things that you can do is you can add in your chat. Now, one thing I also wanted to show you is if you ever put things like this in and you want to take them out, you can click on this little, looks almost like an eye. You click on these and it takes all of that away. Okay, so you're not going to see it. And then when you want to bring it back, you just click on it again. You can do the same thing with your cameras. Okay. Now let's look at if you were going to be adding in some chat boxes so that you could keep track of comments as you are doing your video. So what you need to do is go to your browser and pull up Streamlabs. So you can log into Streamlabs with your Twitch account, your YouTube, your Facebook, Periscope. So pretty much all of the ones that we have talked about. So let's start with logging in with our YouTube. So when you're logging in to your YouTube, you always want to use your Gmail account because it is owned by Google. Okay, and you want to allow it to manage your account. So when you see messages like this, all this really means is that you are granting access to this application to be able to post on your page. If you see these things when you're doing videos, then that is what is going on. It doesn't mean that you're giving over the rights to manage your page. It just means you're allowing them to actually do posting on your page. Okay. So this is Streamlabs, and there is really a lot in here. Now that doesn't mean that you have to know all this. You absolutely do not. So I have mine attached to OBS, which is what you're going to be doing. Now Streamlabs is really great for people who do things such as educational content, gaming. And the reason that it is so great for that is because they can actually get donations. So if you're doing gaming or something like that, then you can absolutely add this in. What happens is you're going to be putting this on, and it's going to put a little comment up at the top that says, please donate through Streamlabs. That's not something you have to use. It's just something you can use. So for example, if you are someone who does gaming, you can add in your Patreon account through integrations. You can also add in your Discord account. These really are only for people who are doing gaming. These are systems that they use. Patreon is what they use to get donations. And Discord is a system they use. It is similar to Skype. It is more for gamers. Okay, so there's only two things that you really need to pay attention to in Streamlabs. So one is the alert box. If you click on the alert box, and there's going to be things up here that you're not going to need to look at. You can just ignore them. So right down here is your settings. So your settings is going to determine your background color, It's going to determine what color your text is. What's it look like? Is it, you know, do you want it to look like this? Do you want it to be a bigger box? Do you want it to be a really small box? So you want to make sure that you just kind of play around with it a little bit in OBS and see what kind of works for you. Okay. Then the next thing you're going to want to look for is the chat box right here. Okay. So right down here is your chat box. This is where you determine the background color of the chat, where your text color is, how large your font is, if you want it to hide messages, if you want it to hide chatbot messages. So once you get all of this settled, you just click Save Settings. And this is what it looks like here. Okay? So that's what it'll look like when it is on your OBS. And so you will be able to see it, and your viewers will be able to see it at the same time. So if you want to use this feature, right up here it says widget URL. You just copy here, go back over to OBS. You're going to add in an additional source, and this time you're going to add in browser. Okay, you could put in YouTube. It's a good idea to name these so that you know, YouTube chat box. Okay. All right, and then right up here in the URL, you're going to paste that and click OK. So then I'll just make it within this little. So what's going to happen when people come and watch you, they're going to see this much chat and this much picture. Now I'm going to tell you when this comes in handy. If you want to stream to multiple platforms, it's a great idea to use this. And the reason is because you are going to have a hard time going back and forth between two different platforms. So if you did want to stream to multiple platforms, you would just need to come, open another instance of Streamlabs. And this is important. You need to keep Streamlabs open on your browser in order for it to work in your OBS. So that's something that you want to keep in mind. So now I'm going to switch and I'm going to log in with Facebook. Okay, so the exact thing, same thing works. So I'm just going to go down to chat box, and I am going to copy this right here under the widget URL. Go back over to my OBS. I'm going to click Add Source Browser. This time I'm going to put Facebook chat box. And I'm going to put that address in. Okay. So there's that one. So you just want to make sure that you have them so that they are not on top of each other. So I'm just clicking on them to make sure that they are within the box that I want them to be in and that they are not on top of each other. So that way you can have comments from both platforms scrolling in as you are doing your live. Okay, so whenever you click start streaming, then as soon as you're live, you're going to start seeing comments in these boxes. Okay, in the next video, I'm going to show you how you can stream to 2 different platforms at the same time.